Look, it's nighttime. I got home from the film. I took down some notes. I sat on it for like an hour. Here's my review. Spoiler alert. F*** you, Sony. If this film doesn't do to Aaron Taylor Johnson what Green Lantern did to Ryan Reynolds, somehow he might be the most bulletproof actor in history, because this film might be the absolute worst Sony Cinematic Universe Spider-Man film that doesn't feature Spider-Man that they've ever made. Yes, this is worse than Morbius because it's not as entertaining or as badly made for entertainment purposes, and it's not as bad as Madam Web because clearly even Madam Web didn't maintain a boring through line throughout the entire runtime. So let me just rewind this for a second. When I say Kraven the Hunter, you probably think Kraven's Last Hunt. Or you think Spider-Man Foe. Or you think Brutal Poacher. Okay, so we're probably 3 for 3 of what you think, and you probably fall into one of those 3 categories, right? What if I told you none of that fucking exists? Is this Kraven's Last Hunt? Well, they're framing it like it's an important hunt. What is he hunting? Well, he ain't hunting animals. Oh, but don't worry, he's hunting the man. Because the man is the worst animal there is. Because you see, no other fucking movie has ever done that. Now, I hear what you're saying. I mean, you're probably being a little over dramatic, aren't you? Like, there's got to be something good in here, right? Right? Sure. Okay, let's focus on let me focus on the good. At least there's a couple cool action sequences, but here's the big problem. Getting to these action sequences that are cool, I'll admit, and there is some interest in here, you need to slog through the rest of the film. And when I say slog through the rest of the film, I mean slog. Like you're wearing giant thigh-high boots slogging through sludge. Sludge that's made up of Sony's insistence to make their own garbage films and constantly shit them out, so you're walking through the feces that is the pool of Sony products. Now, I realize I'm a little bit more upset about this one than any of the other ones, but I truly believed at his core, at their core, Sony could look at Kraven the Hunter and you go, maybe this is it. Maybe this one. We can make just a good f***ing film for once. We can make something that actually could do something good. We could do something with Kraven that's interesting. But no, even without Spider-Man, they can't find any interesting angle on Kraven. And I find that hard to believe that they couldn't, because Kraven in the comics is a good character. Just like Morbius, who's a good character that they managed to fucking botch. So let me just talk about the botching. So the film starts off and we see Kraven in admittedly what is probably the best action sequence in this film. He is in prison and then he gets out of prison. There's a bunch of killing. There's a bunch of R-rated stuff. Cool. All right. And then we flash backwards 16 years before this, and we got Kraven and his brother Dimitri, and their father's like, I'm pulling you out of school because you gotta be men. And men are gonna go hunt lions that kill humans. You can only become a man once you kill this lion. Meanwhile, here's Calypso, who's being told through tarot cards that she has a great destiny and Kraven the Hunter. So of course, Kraven is mauled by the lion, and well, Kraven is dead. Or he's presumed dead. They announced that he's dead, but lo and behold, he wakes up. He's got glowing eyes like a lion at night. And he's also got a heightened sense. And if that's not enough, they don't even have fun with it, because they try to play this straight, unlike Morbius and Madam Web, which knew they were in stupid territory. So instead, they completely are devoid of any ridiculousness or humor in relation to this whole situation. I could have used a Marvel joke or two, guys. I really could have. Because by the time I'm 20 minutes into this film, I wish the lion would jump out of the fucking screen and maul me to death. Now, I know what you're going to say. Hey, can you just quickly touch on Rhino? Well, he sucks, so there's that. It turns out Rhino is working for like a rival company, and he's like, what I want to do is take over Kraven's father's empire. And that's the plot. That's the plot. Oh, and also, you know how Kraven's brother is Dimitri, aka Chameleon? Yeah, that's cool. He's just an impersonator. Okay, so now we've established Kraven has speed, strength, grace, and superhero abilities. He can scale buildings in a single bound. Does that work? I don't care. I don't care. He can scale up buildings. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, straight up, he's just like, up the building. He could probably leap small buildings in a single bound because he takes some leaps in this thing. Jesus. And you think with the speed he has, that maybe the film is going to build up some momentum, right? Wrong! Turns out the list that Kraven's had for like 20 years or something, right? That's how long it's taken him to start executing this plan as this great hunter. 20 years, man! Took him 20 years to go up face to face with Rhino and the Foreigner. I'm not even kidding. That's the other villain's name. The Foreigner. Yeah, I know it's comic book, but it's dumb. Hold up, I gotta check my fucking notes. Where was I? Oh man, the CG is absolutely horrendous in so many parts. Jesus, what happened? Oh, and speaking of what happened, yeah, believe it or not, they're trying to lay down a foundation for sequels. These motherfuckers thought they were gonna get sequels, and they sprinkle in a bunch of Spider-Man references. I am not lying to you, and they're so bad. They're so bad. Oh my god, Sony. Look, yo, I'm done. I don't even want to do this anymore. I am done with this garbage. I am glad Sony has thrown in the towel. I am glad this is all over with. There is nothing here. At times, this film, you're like, okay, maybe it's going to be better than what we got before. And then ultimately, you're disappointed by just a boring train wreck that pretty much guarantees we're never going to see like Kraven and Spider-Man face off because of Sony's insistence on doing this. Now, sure, Sony, it says they're done, but a part of me still believes they're going to make, guys, we got to try with a second wave, all right? All right, here comes that Hypno Hustler. Take the jackpot, because we know we're not going to hit any jackpots with these. Get that Night Thrasher movie out there before Spawn makes it out there, because that's never actually going to happen. I don't really know what more I can say, honestly. Sony had at least some sort of semblance of chance so many times. Fans gave them so many tries and allowed them to just keep going. And finally, we can see everybody's just going to speak up with their wallet. That's what everybody's going to do. Everybody with a brain, at least. No, this film, no, just no. Everybody attached to this should be embarrassed because they took one of Spider-Man's greatest foes and completely botched him in every regard. Everybody at Sony should be ashamed of putting together so many terrible films. Look, I'm done. Kraven sucks. Well, everybody, thank you for watching that video. And as always, you can like, subscribe, share, do whatever you will. Check out the recommended video that's popped up somewhere on the screen. And also, if you would like additional content, including more discussions and more unfiltered content, check out what we offer to the members section, which has new videos going up all the time.